Scientific community consider homeopathy implausible, since so-called high-potency drugs used in homeopathy are dilutions much above Avogadro limit, and not a single particle of drug substance will remain in such high dilutions. On the other hand, homeopaths believe that medicinal properties of drugs will remain in the form of a dynamic drug energy in highly diluted drugs, and it is this dynamic drug energy that works to produce cure. Homeopathic community has recently started theorizing that nanoparticles are the active principles of high-dilution homeopathic drugs. They argue that nanoparticles of original substance can remain in unlimited quantities even in high dilutions above Avogadro. They ignore the fact that number of particles contained in a given quantity of substance will be limited by Avogadro number, and the particles present in a dilution will diminish by each successive dilution, and by crossing Avogadro limit, it will be practically zero. Failing to answer this question, homeopaths even challenge the validity of Avogadro number. They seem to think that it is their duty to prove Avogadro number wrong, in order to prove that homeopathy is not placebo. They seem to fear that their whole justification of homeopathy would collapse if Avogadro is allowed to exist. It is funny that they consider Avogadro as the greatest enemy of homeopathy. In this context, it is essential that everybody should know what is this Avogadro number all about. French physicist Jean Perrin got Nobel Prize in Physics in 1926 for his exhaustive work on Avogadro constant. He proposed naming the constant in honor of early 19th century Italian scientist Amedeo Avogadro. In 1811, first proposed that the volume of a gas at a given pressure and temperature is proportional to the number of atoms or molecules regardless of the nature of the gas. In chemistry and physics, the Avogadro constant is defined as the ratio of the number of constituent particles, usually atoms or molecules, in a sample to the amount of substance known as unit mole. The Avogadro constant expresses the number of elementary entities per gram mole of substance, and it has the value 6.022 times 10 to the power of 23. Gram mole is the molecular mass of a substance expressed in grams. Whole scientific world utilizes this Avogadro constant in all calculations in physics and chemistry, and it is found correct. Homeopaths should understand that Avogadro limit is a scientific reality, and nobody can challenge it for justifying homeopathy. MIT concept of molecular imprints as active principles of high-dilution drugs can scientifically explain how post-Avogadro diluted drugs of homeopathy really works, even though they do not contain any original drug particle.